Howdy, folks, it's Union Jack Crone. My great grandfather fought in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War II, and guess what? Guess what, folks? I love the United States. I'm trying to keep the United States around. Why? And also Jesus Christ. Now, here's the thing. Jesus Christ wants you to know, white people, I'm sorry you're getting tricked. The perfect example of this is the Civil War. What happened in the Civil War? I understand that there's this narrative going around, where they revised history to say, oh, the Confederacy, what they did was they, rebelled against the United States for economic reasons. Yeah, that's a misinterpretation of it. That's kind of true. It was economic reasons, and the economic reasons were the slave owners wanted to have slaves, and so they convinced the poor white people that they were economically disenfranchised because of the North, because of the United States. And then they said, here's what the slave owners did. Hey, white people, go die for us so that we can have slaves, so that we can keep getting rich. Now, fast forward to today, they didn't go anywhere. And they're convincing you guys, oh, they're coming to get you, they're trying to destroy the nation, and basically they're trying to have a white genocide. They're trying to eliminate the white people. You know who doesn't care about white people? The slave owners who didn't go anywhere. Here's how you can tell. What they did was, once globalization happened, they said, we don't want to pay Americans, so, we're going to ship the jobs overseas where we can basically pay slave wages. Having little kids, making all this junk. Because they didn't want to pay you guys. They didn't want to pay Americans. They didn't want to pay white people. They didn't want to pay black people. They didn't want to pay the Americans. They just didn't. What they want is to make money and have you guys give them money and have free or very cheap labor. And to stay in power, they have to convince you guys of the same thing that the slave owners of the South convinced the Southern white people that it was everybody else's fault except for theirs. And like I said, they didn't go anywhere. They're still around, and they're tricking you guys. Now, how do I know that it's a trick? There's no such thing as racism, or it's no big deal that black people are getting shot by the cops in the back. They're unarmed. Here's the thing. I hear white people say all the time that they want to take the guns away so that basically somebody can take over. But here's the facts of the matter. The narrative that they're giving is, it's no big deal. White people get shot in the back by the authority. It's just not in the news. If that's the case, why don't you guys care? Well, that's because whatever you're listening to is telling you that, it's no big deal. Basically, it's not us, it's everybody else. And then now I just saw an article that basically these shootings are because people are getting scared that there's a white genocide going on where they want to eliminate the white race. I'll tell you who's doing it. The slave owners who said go die for us because the United States doesn't like you economically. Because it's not us. It's those people. And it's so easy to see. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. If you believe in Jesus Christ, you're going to stop and start listening to what you're listening to. And really understand what is being said. Because those people are tricking you, the slave owners who didn't go anywhere, and they're saying it's everyone else's fault but theirs. And then they're convincing you guys to go kill yourselves. Just like before. And it's wrong. And it needs to stop. Because this is the United States. You know, if the nation is under attack, it's under attack by the very same spirit of the slave owners who attacked the last time. But they're convincing you, once again, you all, like they did before, oh, it's not us. Here's the thing. If you love the United States, if you love Jesus Christ, you guys gotta wake up. Because it's very plain and very clear and very easy to see. You're all saying the same narrative. And if you really, really listen, you're going to find out how ludicrous it is. And unfortunately, I guess we didn't learn from history, did we? We didn't learn from the Civil War. The slave owners, they revised that history to say, oh, economic reasons, right? Not because we wanted to have slaves. No, it was economic reasons. Yeah. Oh, and fast forward to today, well, they're trying to take your country away. And they're trying to destroy the nation. Yeah, black people getting killed, that's not a big problem. Getting shot in the back. White people are getting killed. They want to take your guns away so that they can get you guys. You know? Because you don't... Like, I don't know. It's so incredibly ludicrous that it's almost unbelievable. It's almost unbelievable. If you really, really want to know the truth, you guys are gonna have to start listening to what your side is saying, or you have to listen to what media you are listening to and exactly what they're saying, because they're not for you, they're against you. They already sent the jobs overseas so that they can have slave labor. If they cared, they would have kept it here so that you guys could not have economic problems, all of us, and so that the nation could be strong. But they don't want the United States to be strong. What they want is to destroy the United States so that they could succeed in some type of confederacy where it's just all the money going to them and you guys are just dying so that they can have it. Once again, this is history, folks. This is history. We need to learn this lesson. We need to stop arguing and stop listening to it. It's very hard for me to believe that something that's so obvious and right in front of our faces cannot be seen. And okay, let me make it personal. You guys are they're tricking my mom, basically. And they're tricking my dad, and they're tricking lots of people that I know. And these are people that I like. And I like you guys too. And if we want to have a successful nation of the United States, we're going to have to stop believing the slave owners, because they don't care about you. And they're saying it's no big problem, it's happening to black people. But then what happens after the black people are gone? Then they're gonna come for you. Because they're using you so that they can continue to stay rich and so that they can continue to destroy the United States. And it's very simple to see. Here's a very obvious trick. Why don't they bring the jobs that they send overseas to communist China? If communism is so bad, why did they outsource the jobs to communist China? Well, slave labor. Oh, so they don't really care if communism is bad. They're just using it to rile you guys up. Because otherwise they would bring them all back. But they didn't. And they're convincing you guys that it's no big problem if black people are getting shot. White people are getting shot in the back by the cops too. There's no such thing as racism. They're coming for you. They're coming for your country. Ah, man. Listen, I don't want the Confederacy because that doesn't work. economically. And I don't want you guys to die just so that a bunch of people who don't care about you can just keep on tricking you. Because that's bad. You guys got to think about it in Jesus Christ's name. If you like Jesus Christ, if you like, okay, maybe you don't like Jesus Christ. If you love the United States, or if you love liberty, or if you don't want to be a slave, or if you don't want to be tricked by people who are using you, something's got to change. You guys got to wake up. I'll say it again. White people, you guys are getting tricked. Tricked by the slave owners who didn't go anywhere. And then they got you guys, the southern white people to die so that a bunch of people could have free slave labor. So that white people could stay poor and they could get rich. And these are the same guys that are telling you, they're coming. Not us. Not us. It's the other people who are coming for you and keeping you down. Yeah, just like the Civil War, right? Oh, what do you mean? We revised history so that it wasn't about slavery. It was about economic reasons. Yeah. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Very plain to see. White people, you guys are getting tricked. You guys are getting tricked. So snap out of it. Or, here's the thing. If you want them to take the country away, if you want to keep getting tricked, if you want to, not be economically successful, if you want the nation to be destroyed, keep believing the narrative of the slave owners who are saying it's not us. So, I don't know. Who are you going to do it for? Are you going to do it for Jesus? Are you going to do it for the United States? Are you going to do it for your family? Are you going to do it for you? Or are you going to do it for a bunch of slave owners who want you, to die? Or they really could care less about you? Who are you going to do it for? That's the real question. And once you decide, either snap out of it, or basically, I don't know, whose side are you on? The Confederacy or the United States or Jesus Christ or what's good for your family or what's good for your friends or what's good for you or what's good for the nation? Or will you do it for goodness sakes? Or will you keep believing a lie? That's the question. In Jesus Christ's name. Or in the United States. For the goodness of the United States. That's the real question. You guys got to decide. What do you want? You want to keep getting tricked? Or do you want goodness? For the love of God. Think about it.